So today I'm catching post-spawn bass, and one of my favorite ways to catch post-spawn bass is with a wacky rig. You know, it's a great technique for after they're done spawning. You know, a lot of times they're grouped up, you know, they're not as aggressive, and it works very, very well this time of year. Now, what I'm doing is I'm fishing deep docks, and these docks are between 20 to 30 feet deep, and the fish are suspended under these docks. And I know it because I've actually seen them under there. I got hung up earlier today, went up there and actually saw fish just suspended under these docks. So I know that's what they're doing. You know, they're really grouped up, and they're biting the wacky rig really good. Now the bait I'm using it's a Reaction Innovations pocket rocket, and it's like a Senko, but it's a little thinner in the center. It's really meant for a wacky rig. The other thing I'm doing is I'm putting a nail weight. It's a tungsten nail weight. I'm sliding it into the end of it. That way when it falls down this way. I'm also fishing it on an O-ring to preserve my bait a little bit longer. Slide the O-ring on there and use my hook. This is a Gamakatsu weedless wacky hook. So then when it falls straight down, and they're really crushing it. Now the key is watching your line, because they're not, they're hitting it on the fall most of the time, so you see your line jump. So you really have to feed it line and also be paying attention at the same time. Now the equipment I'm using is just a 7-foot medium heavy rod with 15-pound test fluorocarbon. I'm using a Brazex from Seagar, you know, because a lot of these docks have pilings and they have you know, ropes and cables and things like that, so I want to make sure that I'm not going to lose a fish and I'm not going to get my line nicked or anything like that, so that a Brazex really helps with that. So that's what I'm doing, so check it out, and again, just watch your line. You know, that nail weight is key. You can really get it down to those deep fish.